Hey guys, looks like it was not the last Q&A session. We are back with another Q&A session for your hosting transfer. How are you guys doing? It's been a long time, I suppose. And your assignment 10 results are pretty much ready, so you should be getting it tomorrow. Hi, Debanjali. Good evening. Let me know if my voice is audible and you can see me clearly and everything is fine. Hi, Jackson. Hi, Avinash. Jackson, let me make you the panelist as well. Okay. Super. We also have Jackson here to assist us today with answering a couple of questions and everything.
Hey, hello everyone.
How many of you guys attended Jackson's free Astra webinar? It was pretty good, Avinash. It was really good. It was 2 years that I hadn't met the entire team. So yeah, we synced up for about 3 days in a homestay, Airbnb kind of thing in Bangalore. So it was pretty fun. All right, I can only see 8 people live and looks like nobody wants to talk to me. Is that the case? Lol, no, okay. Guys, if you're here, give me a hi in the chat box, please.
Not a normal time, right? It's
Yeah,
not a normal
probably
time.
most of them are working and this is an unusual time. So, but we do have a session at 8 p.m. So we had to do this at 6 p.m. Also, you have a week's time. So the extended hosting deadline is 20th November, guys. You will have like good 5 days of time. If you follow everything that I'll tell you and show you today, you should be pretty safe and it should start working in, it's like a probably 4 to 6 hours of work with 2-3 hours of active work and like 3 hours of passive work. So you just have to wait for some couple of DNS propagation and all of that to happen. But yeah, you guys have your HIT content brainstorming sessions. So we had to do this at 6 p.m. But luckily we are recording this session. So everybody who is not here will still get the recording. So no worries with that. Tejas says my migration went pretty bad. What happened, Tejas? Yeah, DNS propagation these days happens like in 15-20 minutes to about, I don't know, 90 minutes, 1.5 hours. But you never know. The A lot of other domain name providers still say that it takes up to 48 hours to be on the safer side. So yeah, the max that it might go up to is 48 hours. So you're still good to go with another 5 days of time remaining in your hand. Old database in folder view is showing up after hosting your migration. No worries, they just, you are in safe hands, no worries at all. So you just have to go back and like undo everything that you have done, right? And do it fresh. So your data is still available on WPX hosting. So if you just go to Cloudflare and like redirect back to your old server records IP address or to your name servers, right? WPX name servers that we had given, you should get everything back. So let's start fresh so you don't have to worry at all. No, you'll not lose any premium plugins if you guys migrate. So since the domain name is the same thing, even after you have migrated, it's going to the same thing. But if you are going to migrate it to a different domain name, then probably you'll have to deactivate it from the old domain name before you start doing the migration. Nothing much, Mandar. We just started. I was just waiting for people to join in since it's at 6 p.m. right? So all good. Give me 1 minute, guys. Yeah, so sorry about that. So what else, guys? Anybody who has faced some problem with the migration, let me know so that I can include them in the Q&A itself. Anmol is saying, Shreyas, in my migration promo code did not work. So if you use the WordPress starter plan, only then it should work. So that's about, I don't know, I guess after the discount, it should get you around 3,000 to 3,300 rupees for an entire year. And your WordPress will still have your old username and password after you migrate, because since it is migrating, it's taking all your data from your previous WordPress hosting, including your username and password, to your new domain name or the same domain name in a different hosting provider. So uh, I'm not sure if I send that disclaimer on email, but that's how it works. Yeah, this time around cashback is your own website. Should I change name servers in GoDaddy or Cloudflare? Because I did go through GoDaddy yesterday morning, and some of the name servers are still pointing to Cloudflare. How can we verify that everything is updated? Yes, we will talk about it. Justin, I'll also cover what you said. So, if you have any other questions or if you have faced any trouble, take the next 2 minutes to quickly tell me how it went and what went wrong and everything, so that I can probably talk about it in the session itself once I start. I'll not be taking questions in the between in middle, because otherwise we'll lose the entire flow. I already have a website with Hostinger. To migrate the website I used in HIT SEO, do I need to buy a plan or use multiple domains in the same plan? So it depends, Avinash. The Hostinger account that you already have, does it allow you to have more than one website? So it depends on the plan you choose. If you have chosen the first plan that shows up when you open the website, then you'll only get one website per plan. If you buy the second plan, I guess you'll get about 100 websites with unlimited bandwidth and all of those things. So you can move your HIT SEO website to a different domain name also. That's also completely possible. Uh, you'll understand once I go through the process. So that'll be covered. You just have to add a website inside your Hostinger Edge panel, and do everything there. That's the only difference. I updated Hostinger DNS along with Cloudflare. I mean, I have 4 DNS right now. Is it okay? No, you shouldn't be having 4 DNS records. You should just have 2 name servers always. I'll show you the other way around. I guess a couple of you guys went back to GoDaddy and updated the Hostinger name servers, but I recommend that you change your Cloudflare IP address instead of changing your name servers. Let the name servers in GoDaddy still be pointing to Cloudflare, but otherwise you'll miss on CDN, right? We spoke about the importance of CDN in your technical SEO session, right? Since all of your servers might be in different places, if you have a CDN, it kind of pulls in the information from the closest server possible. So that kind of helps in maintaining the speed of your website, right? So I would prefer that you use Cloudflare, because Hostinger doesn't come with the CDN also. So if you had used something like WPX hosting, you would have got a free CDN, but Hostinger doesn't provide you a free CDN. So it's always good to use Cloudflare in between. That's the thing. Okay, does Hostinger already comes with Cloudflare? I'm not aware of it, but it's preferable that you keep Cloudflare outside, because tomorrow, if you want to go with some other hosting and all of those things, it's always good to have Cloudflare outside, so all the migrations and everything is not affected. I had a website hosted on A2 hosting. It got deleted when I attempted to migrate. Why did it get deleted when you attempted to migrate? So what did you exactly do? It shouldn't get deleted. You just have to uh, export the files properly when the name servers are pointed to A2 hosting. So, all right, guys, I guess we should start right now. We have given 10 minutes time for people to come in and join in so that they don't miss out on any information. If we are good to go, let me know in the chat box. All right, so let me quickly show you a mind map so that we kind of understand how the process works before we go into the details and everything. So let me know if you can see my screen and the mind map. Okay. Okay, perfect. Looks like you guys can see my screen. So yeah, the first thing to do is go ahead and like buy in hosting from Hostinger. All right. So this is the link that you can use. If you use this link and get hosting, Sanjay is going to give you a free, a premium plugin worth $69 for free. Right. This helps in the migration process, and this is what we'll be also going to start. Guys, hold on to your questions, please, so that we don't mess up the flow of the webinar or the Q&A. So once you do that, go to your WordPress hosting. So there's single WordPress or WordPress starter plans, right? And a couple of other plans as well. But both of these is pretty much enough for you guys right now. But if your requirements are pretty high, then you can choose the other plans as well. Left up to you guys. So single WordPress comes with just one website ka plan. So you can just add in one website. But if you choose the WordPress starter plan, you'll get about 100 websites. So tomorrow, if you want to host one more website, you can like just add a website inside the same hosting, and you can like host up to 100 websites. And once you choose the WordPress starter, I guess this particular coupon code will work to give you about 7% extra discount from what they already have. Cool. So once this is done, right, just buy the hosting and keep it on the site. So I will share one more link here with you guys. So you can just probably watch this video. I did this video for Digital Deepak channel, YouTube channel, I guess a couple of months back or a year back. So just dropping in the link to that particular video in the chat box. So check it out. It kind of gives you an overview on how you can buy hosting from Hostinger and how you can set up your WordPress and everything. But we'll also go through it right now. Okay. So those who have already bought Hostinger accounts, can you guys let me know what are the emails that you got after buying the hosting and what is the process like? Once you bought the hosting, did it ask you for any particular existing domain name that you already had where you could like install WordPress and all of that? Okay, it did ask and you put in your existing domain name, right? And did you also go ahead and like install WordPress? Okay, cool. That's fine. That's absolutely fine. So okay, if that's not the case, it's completely fine, guys. You can still go back to your Hostinger dashboard and I'll show you exactly how it should be done. So no worries there. I just wanted to see how many of you guys did that. So when I use the coupon, I got only 4% extra discount and not 7. I guess it completely depends on the date when you're purchasing the hosting. So it keeps changing. They keep varying the prices, right? So I'm not sure if it gives you 7%. So 7% is what I guess Hostinger gives you if you use the coupon code. So not really sure. So whatever you get, guys, it's like a very small difference. So I don't think so. You should be worrying about it because you bought it for a year, right? So once that is done, what we have to do is the second step to this is to log in into your current WordPress hosting, right? So the hosting that we had given, which is WPX hosting, we had installed WordPress for you and we had given you the username and password, right? So you have to log in into your existing WordPress account. Once you do that, you have to install this all-in-one migration plugin that we gave you on email after you gave us the Hostinger receipt. And there's one more free plugin that we have to also use, right? The video that I had shared with you guys on email, So that's exactly what you should be following. Once you install both of these plugin, um, the premium plugin, it's fine. Anmol, please don't worry, we can just redo the entire thing again, so you don't have to worry. Okay, I'll get back to your questions at the end. So we just have to install both of these free and premium plugins. Once you do that, we have to export your entire website files. I'll show you how exactly it's done. Once you export your existing files, what you have to do is, now you have to go back to the Hostinger account that you bought, right? The new Hostinger account that you bought, hosting account that you brought. Go there, install WordPress on your existing domain name. Okay, once you do that existing domain name, the WordPress will be installed on a particular domain name inside Hostinger account. Once that is done, now it's not connected because your domain name is still pointing to WPX servers, right? So when you try to log into your WordPress, right, it's still going to show you the old content, the content that has everything, where you have written the blogs and everything. So this is the step that a lot of you guys were missing, right? So you have to change your name servers once you install the new WordPress account, WordPress installation on your new Hostinger account. Once you do that, you have to change your name servers inside Cloudflare or GoDaddy. I'll show you both of the things. I would prefer showing GoDaddy, Cloudflare, because it has CDN in it, right? And it makes the entire process easy. So once you point your domain name to your new IP address, which is towards Hostinger, right? That's when you open up your website, it might take a couple of minutes for the DNS to propagate. Once you open that particular domain name, it shows you a fresh installation of WordPress. So when you started your HIT SEO journey, what showed up, right? That's exactly what will show up. Now what you have to do is, you have to go into your WordPress dashboard, the new WordPress credentials. If you have used the new credentials, use that credentials to log in. Okay, hold on, Kanan, hold on. I'm going through it one by one. I'm not sure if you have just entered, but hold on. So yeah, once you log in using your new WordPress credentials, you can again go back and install these two plugins that we talk about. One is the free plugin, all-in-one WP migration plugin, and the next one is the premium plugin. So once you do this, you will be able to import the file that you exported in this step, right? So the fourth step, you exported it from the previous WordPress account, which was pointed towards WPX, which had your blogs and everything. Now what you're trying to do is, this exported file, you'll have to import it back again to the new WordPress account. And once this importing has been successful, right, what it does is, it kind of pulls in all your files from your previous WordPress account, including your username and password. Okay, it changes your username and password. You just have to use your old credentials, the same WordPress credentials that you used during your HIT SEO session with the WPX hosting that we are given. And then probably Hostinger also gives you a free SSL, so you just have to activate it just in case the Chrome notice is showing up. So at a brief, I know you guys might have not got everything that I've said here, but is the flow kind of clear, so that the steps are clear what has to be done next? We'll go into the details of everything, but on a bird's eye view, have you got exactly what happens here? Yeah, you just have to, I'll also share this as a PDF with you guys, just like go through it one by one. I'll also be showing you the demo right now. So let's hop back into our Chrome browser, right? So this is the video that I've shared in the chat box a while ago. So you can just watch this video on how you can buy the hosting and everything. So just take a look at this before you start anything, or if you have already started anything, please go ahead and like start looking at this. All right, and this is the other video that I've sent it to you guys. So all right, so this is where we start, right? So let's go back and like see how we can buy the hosting itself. So I will go to sanjayshenoy.com Hostinger. So please use this link. This is an affiliate link also, where we have tied up with the Hostinger. and they kind of give you guys a particular discount, and we also get a small discount and everything, small affiliate commission and everything. So feel free to use this if you want the plugin. Okay, so this is the page where you land, right? If you click on the email that Sanjay sent, this is where you will be landing right now because Black Friday is coming. So once you open up this thing, you should be able to see this section, right, which says best WordPress, best web hosting and WordPress hosting India. So the only difference here is if you choose the regular hosting, you will be able to install a couple of other softwares other than WordPress. But for now, for you guys, since you have already used WordPress, you will have to migrate your website within the WordPress platform itself, right? So what WordPress hosting allows you to do is it just has a hosting plan with WordPress in it. They've simplified the entire thing, and you don't have to really go ahead and like click on a lot of other things and navigate to WordPress and then install it. If you buy the WordPress hosting directly, you will get a hosting server along with the WordPress installed. The only option to install WordPress. All right, is this clear? So click on this particular icon, particular toggle here, which says WordPress hosting India, right? And then you'll see a couple of plans. Like I said, the first plan, which is single WordPress plan, allows you just one website, allows you to host just one website. And it has like a 10,000 visits monthly benchmark and all of those things, the TGB, SSD storage and everything. And you have the WordPress starter. So this is what we would recommend, because you get 100 websites, it's fine. I mean, depends on how you want, right? 100 websites plan, and you will also get about 100 GB SSD storage, 25 all of these things. And I guess you'll also get, yeah, uh, yes, you also get free SSL, right, which is 855 in value for an entire year and unlimited bandwidth. Okay, so this is what you should be choosing ideally. But if you want to cut down on your cost, you can choose this, or if your requirements are high, you can choose any of those. But I guess the coupon works for WordPress starter only. So click on it, and I would recommend that you choose 12 months plan, because 1 month though, I guess you, if you keep renewing at this, so the renewal charges are slightly higher than the first month charge. So it'll go up to 650 rupees, which is 100 rupees more than the first month charges. So I would recommend that you go with the 12 months ka plan. By default, you save about 49%, it says, which is absolutely fine. You don't have to worry about uh, the pricing too much here. So it gives you a couple of options. You can choose credit card and all of those things. So if you scroll down, you see that you see a gist of what's being provided. WordPress starter plan, 12 months plan, so 1 year plan. SSL certificate, domain name is free, but you don't have to. I mean, you can just buy a new domain name if you want to, but if you want to use the existing one, you can still use the existing one. And then the discount of 49% has been applied, and then taxes are applied on the final price. So now what you can do is, yeah, so it's already been added. So if you have a coupon code, which you have, it'll give you this column. So just add in Sanjay Shenoy and click on this plus icon, and the coupon will be applied, right? So this is coming to about 4,000 rupees per year. So just click on submit secure payment and add in your card details and everything. And yeah, card details and everything, and it'll send you the regular thing, OTP and everything, and it'll send you a couple of emails and everything after you made the payment with your Hostinger account access. So you just have to create your account while doing this process, and you're good to go. So let me go back and show you the Hostinger dashboard. I'm not going to buy it in this particular session, so let me just log in to one of the other accounts that we have. Okay, we have the hostinger.in account, right? This is one of the accounts that my colleague has bought. Yeah. Okay, so it should look something like this once you log in into the credentials that Hostinger gives you once you make the payment and everything. So is this the same thing, or did it look slightly different for you guys? Let me know. You'll still have all of these options on the top, so you can always navigate. Okay, perfect. Same. Awesome. So now this is done, right? The first step in your mind map is done. Everything is clear until here? Let me know in the chat box. By the way, a small disclaimer, we'll have to end this session by 8 p.m., right? No matter what, because the next session is going to start at 8 p.m. and Sanjay is going to take over the Zoom account. So let's go as fast as possible while making sure that you don't miss out on any vital information. All right, so the first thing is done. So let's go to your WordPress dashboard that we had given to you, right? During the HIT SEO session. So a lot of you guys might have it as WPX underscore, or your first name has your username, right? So what you should first be doing is just take a look at your website from the back end and the front end before you do anything. Okay, so let's just see how it looks like in the front end. So there's some banner and all of those things and some photos. If you want to take a screenshot of it, you can take a screenshot of it so that you know if the changes have been published and not. So there are a couple of these things and everything. So let's also check the back end of it, right? So how many posts have we written, how many pages are there, how many comments are there? So 2 posts, some pages, right? Some comments, some plugins and everything. So just take a screenshot of a couple of screens that you see here so that you can like map it and check it once the migration is done to verify if everything has been moved perfectly fine. Okay, this is the second thing that you should be doing. Now let's go to plugins, right? Click on install plugins. You can't enter this particular WordPress account if you have already changed your name service, Ankita, which is exactly what I'm trying to tell. So it's completely fine if you have done that mistake. It's completely fine. You just have to change your name service back to the WPX name service that we have given and start exporting the files and everything. So once that is done, let's click on add new. I've already installed these plugins, but let me just show you how you'll find it here. Click on add new. You will have the search box. All-in-one migration. If you type, you should be able to get the free version of the plugin, right? By Server Mask. So this is the plugin that you should be installing. It's already installed, but it's not updated. So quickly update the plugins if it is not updated, so that everything is like fresh and there's no bugs and everything. Okay, so this is the first free plugin that you have to install. Okay, and once you install, you should be able to see this option on the left hand menu side. Okay, and now what we'll do is we'll go to plugins, we'll click on add new and click on upload now and choose the zip file that has been sent to you from the support team. If you have bought Hostinger account, from the link that we sent, you can send the receipt back to support@sanjayshenoy.com and our support team will send you the plugin file with all the other details if necessary. All right, I have already installed this particular plugin. So I'll click on installed plugins. Let's see if both of them have been installed. So this is the free plugin that's been what do you want to repeat? What do you want me to repeat, Anmol? So you just have to install two plugins. One is all-in-one WP migration plugin that you will see from the WordPress repository itself, right? Click on add new, search for the plugin here and install and activate it. The second time you have to click on add new, upload the plugin, the file that we sent to you on support team would have sent you. So click and upload that. So you'll see two plugins that have been uploaded, just like you did with Astra and everything. Yes, the session is recorded, guys. I will share the recording. When have we not sent you the recordings? It's always there, right? So yeah, so the second one is this one. So what this does is it kind of increases your export limits. So by default, the free plugin will give you about you sent the email to support, Anmol? You have to send your Hostinger receipt to the support team and only then they will send you the plugin file. Yeah, hold on, like listen to all the instructions carefully. So install both of these plugins. So this allows you to increase your export limits. All right, the free plugin gives you about 256 MB or some, I don't know, 154 MB. What do you think is this thing, Jackson?
The upload limit or the file?
So you shouldn't be opening up the zip file, Rutuja. download the zip file as it is, and while uploading, upload it as a zip file. Only then the plugin will work. The plugin, once you upload the plugin, WordPress will like unzip it and like shift all the files wherever it is necessary. So don't double click on the file that you have got and like open it up and make it to a folder. Install the, upload the zip file itself. So you can watch this video. I've showed you everything here for those tiny things. All right. So once that is done, like I said, you will get this option on the left hand side. So let's click on export this time. Okay. Once you click on export, okay, there are some advanced options here. Do not check any of those advanced options, because otherwise your a couple of things from your website might start missing in. So if you want to, if you do not want to export certain things and everything, these are the options. Don't bother about it. Just like click on export to, click on this particular thing, click on file, right? So now it will take a couple of minutes for your entire website to be exported. We'll just give it a couple of moments, guys. In the meantime, let's go through the other things that are there inside. Right, so it's saying archiving about 20,000 plugin files, 90% is complete. Then it will start um, backing up your database, then it'll start backing up your other things and everything. So perfect. So it's about 255 MB. Depending on how many blog posts you have published, how many images you have used in your blog post and everything, this might completely differ. If your size is super huge, then we might have a problem with WPX hosting. In that case, you just have to email support and support will help you out, expand the database, and then you can download this file, because that's the process, Anmol. The free version, the if you have to use the premium version, you also need the free version, just like Astra. So all of these questions you probably can Google, right? So just follow whatever has been told here. Okay, just let's click on this particular button and it'll ask you to save this particular file into your desktop or your local system, wherever you want. Just select the location and just click on save. So looks like my internet is pretty fast today, so we will quickly wait for it to download to your local system. All right. So just like you guys installed Astra, right? You went to the repository, installed the free this thing, and then we gave you the premium plugin, right? And then you uploaded it as a plugin for everything to gel up together and work. So that's how most of the WordPress plugins are. So we have downloaded this particular file. Okay. So now it's time to say goodbye to your old WordPress account. Okay. So this is completely done here. So once you change the name servers, guys, be very careful. Once you change the name servers, you won't be able to log into this particular account again, unless you change your name servers back again to WPX. Okay. So keep this in mind. Make sure there is no error that has been appeared while you were trying to export this particular file. Since it is 255 MB, of a couple of you might have it about 500 MB and all of those things. What was your size, guys? Can you like just tell me what was your website size like when you started exporting it? Yeah, 562, 253, 400. Yeah. So the max it might go about 600 or probably up to 1 GB also. So make sure you have a good internet connection and everything so that you can download this particular file to your system. This is a little technical, guys. This is a little technical. So it's okay. Once you get this, you don't need help from a lot of other developers who will charge you like, I don't know, 10,000 to shift your website and all of those things. So it's good that you know this. Your website is still hosted in WPX, so you do not have to worry if anything breaks up. Cool. Once you have exported the file, everything is done here. All right, now what we have to do is go to your Hostinger account back again, right? So you will see this hosting thing, and if you have got a free domain, you will also see something called as the domain here. Let's click on manage here, right? Once we click on manage, on the left hand side, you should be seeing all of this information, right? You can see where the server is located. So now if you can see here, the server is located basically in Europe, right? So now if you're not using Cloudflare, then anybody who browses your website from India, your browser has to communicate with your server that's placed in Europe, right? So the connection that goes from your browser who is of your user who is sitting in India, it has to go from here to Europe, and then it has to fetch all the files back and come back to your Indian browser. So which is why I'm saying it's better to use Cloudflare, so that a copy of your file is already stored somewhere near Mumbai or Bangalore or whatever it is, so that the time that is taken to interact with the server and the browser reduces. Yeah, I mean, it looks like you have done all of those torrent things, so you find it easy. But there are a lot of people who here are, I don't know, it's difficult for them to even install a software on their website, which completely happens, right? The more you do it, the more you get used to it. Ankita, you have to listen to me right now. Okay, that's what you have to do right now. Once we are done with everything, all the process, I'll tell you what you could do in order to come back and where you have to change and everything. Right now, listen to me. Cool. So this is the IP address that you should be noting it down somewhere else. And right, and these are the hostinger um, name servers that you should be noting down. So these are the two things that you should be noting down. Open up a notepad or a online notepad or whatever it is, like note down this IP address and this name servers. Cool. Once that is done, right now the website that you've already selected um, while creating the account, right? If it has asked for a domain name, existing domain name, right? A lot of you guys said it did ask for an existing domain name. Is that right? Let me know in the chat box. Let this be a little interactive. I mean, just answer my questions. Don't ask me questions. Did you guys like put in your existing domain name while you were creating the Hostinger account? A lot of you guys, yes. Anmol, it definitely asked for an existing domain name, right? So you'll see that here, right? If that is already there, it's completely fine. But since there is already WordPress installed on both of these websites, I will just click on add new. You don't have to do this, guys. So let me just type in the domain name here, which is saasproductreview.com. Okay, by default, there's www. You can remove this later on. And also choose a password. I'll just generate a quick password here and send it to Jackson on the chat box. Cool. So I've created a password here, and I've added the domain name. So you would have already done this previously. So click on add website, and it'll give you a couple of options. Okay, so it did add this particular domain name into your hosting account, right? So we have 3 new domain names. So you still have space up to 97 domain names if you have used the WordPress starter plan. Oops, 1 minute. Okay, let me click on manage here. Once I click on manage here, it'll show up all of these things and everything, right? So you'll also get to see something called as WordPress. Just click on WordPress and click on install WordPress. Okay, so HTTP, you can also choose HTTPS, right? Overwrite existing files and everything. You don't have to enter any subcategory here. Otherwise, what happens is WordPress will be installed in saasproductreview.com slash, if you type in SS here, slash SS slash WP admin. So make sure you keep the subcategory empty here. And let's say SaaS, add in your username and everything, guys, just like we did while we were using this thing. So this one also I'll just change to shreyas@pixeltrack.com so that I can restore my passwords and everything. Add in your personal Gmail account and your name here instead of SaaS product review, and a password also. So I'll just quickly create a new password here using LastPass. So Jackson is my notepad right now, so I'll just send it to him in the chat box. All right, website title is something that you can change later on as well. So you can probably keep it empty, or you can just type in the name of the website. Okay. And just click on create new database, and database password also you can probably create one. So just type in some password, guys, some known password, and then you can probably change it. So just create some password for now. Cool. And then okay. And okay, if this was automatically created, then it's obviously you don't have to worry. This is asking me this. If it was automatically created, it was completely fine. I guess you got that. Add WordPress to this particular domain name, and you just like installed uh, your personal website. That's completely fine. It's the same thing. So we'll just click on install now. Right now, cool, you don't have to worry. It will be the same thing. You're just trying to install WordPress on your particular domain name inside Hostinger. That's the only difference that we're doing right now. Cool. Right now, what will happen is your WordPress will be installed inside Hostinger. But since your domain name is pointed towards our WPX servers, you will still see everything that's there. You will not see the fresh installation. All right. So yeah, it did install. So you will see this option as well. If you click on your website and go under dashboard and everything, you will see this option where it says redirect all website requests to HTTPS. Just select this. Okay, looks like we already have SSL here, free SSL that was given to us. Okay, so it looks like he has already installed the free SSL on a different website. But you guys, if you are doing it for the first website, you'll be able to install this SSL for free. All right, for the first website, and then thereafter you probably have to um, buy SSL certificates for the other websites that you install. So did you guys see the SSL option? I guess a couple of you guys did see the SSL option, and then it did work, right? So you just have to toggle this particular option here for SSL and then turn this on as well, which is force HTTPS. Let me know in the chat box, guys, if you have done this.
So I want to add one point over here. That is, this particular SSL certificate will only get enabled once the name servers is pointed out the
Anmol, did you already have like I mean, you just bought Hostinger with one website plan, right? So it should give you free SSL. So just check with the Hostinger support. They have an active Hostinger support. Okay, in that case, why didn't it give you? Okay, 1 minute. I guess if you have bought the 99 plan also, it should give you the free SSL, right? It's included. It says free SSL here. So you might want to check with the Hostinger support and ask them. So it's completely their thing and something that we don't have control over. Cool. So once this is done, what happens is keep it as it is. So now we have installed WordPress in the backend, right? But it's still not migrated. So do you guys remember that we had taken notes of the server IP address here, right? So all of you guys have migrated your website to no, Jackson, your voice wasn't audible. So 1 minute. Let me stop sharing my screen. Looks like Jackson has to say something. Jackson, do you want to unmute yourself and like talk?
Is it audible now?
You have to say something.
Is it audible?
Okay.
It's
okay. Go ahead, Jackson.
Yeah, I just wanted to say that the free SSL will get installed only after the name server is pointed, I guess. Initially,
Okay.
it won't get activated.
Got it. I guess that's the fair point. Yeah, so what Jackson is trying to tell here is he's saying that you have to first change your name servers first to Hostinger, and only then you will be able to install the SSL certificate. So that might be the case, guys. Anmol and whoever it is was facing this particular issue. That might have been the case. So let's do the other processes right now, and then let's come back to the SSL thing. Cool. So this is the IP address that you had seen in your Hostinger account. So do you guys remember, probably in session number 4 or 5, I don't remember, you have moved your website to Cloudflare, right? So you had gone and created a Cloudflare account, and then you had added a site here which was your website, and then it kind of pulled in all your information, your server information and everything under the DNS tab. You should be finding it, right? Click on Cloudflare, log into your Cloudflare account. You will see this particular website that you have installed. Click on it and go to this DNS option on the top, and then you will see all of these things. Do you guys remember this? Do you guys remember this? Let me know in the chat box. Okay, right. So it's pulling all your records from your server while you had put your Cloudflare name servers, right? You had put in your Cloudflare. Cloudflare gave you 2 name servers, and it asked you to replace the existing name servers, which was WPX name servers, and you put in your Cloudflare name servers. Now all your entire DNS has been handled by Cloudflare. All right. So Cloudflare knows where to point your website into. So you will see this A records here, multiple A records here. Only a couple of them has to be changed, or you can go ahead and like change everything if some of these things are not working. But I'll probably try it with 2 important name servers here, and a couple of records here has been duplicated, which is completely fine. You can like click on edit and like delete it also, right? If you click on edit and if you delete it, it will be completely fine. So just hear me out. Aram say, cool, you got this name server here, right? You don't have to change your name servers and everything inside GoDaddy and anything. Your Cloudflare already has all the details to it. You just need the IP address of your new server, which is your Hostinger server, right? Copy this particular IP address here, go to your Cloudflare, right? So you will see there are 2 important A records here. Pay attention to it. One is your domainname.com, all right, and the other one is www. Okay, these are the 2 versions of your website. One is your domainname.com and the other one is www.domainname.com. Is that clear? So we'll have to change name servers for 2 of these things. I'll just delete these other name servers. Cool. The other one is here. Okay, I'll also probably, this is the name servers to the subdomain that I had created while making the video. So you can also, I'll also remove this up. You'll only have a couple of them here. So just focus on 2 of them, which is your domainname.com and www. Those are the only 2 name records you need to have here inside Cloudflare. Cool. I am seeing both of them here, which is A records, saasproductreview.com, and the other A record is www. So what I'll do is I'll click on edit here. Cool. Can you see something called as IPv4 address here? Cool. We just have to replace this with the new IP address that you got from Hostinger. Copy it from here. Make sure you're not copying any extra spaces and all of those things, right? Be very attentive while doing this particular process. Don't add any extra space. It doesn't allow you to add extra space, but just be careful of what you're doing. Cool. Just add in this IP address here in front of the name column, right? There's IPv4 address column. Just add in your this thing and click on save. Cool. And now go back to the other record, which is www. Click on edit, change this old IP address with the new IP address, click on save. Probably do it for everything that shows the old IP address. All right. So the other things here, you can also change this up. Whatever is showing you the old IP address, just save it up so that you don't have to worry. These are the other subdomains. This might not affect. So let's just change these IP address. Yeah, the mail A records too. If you have to use your domain specific email address from Hostinger. Cool. Just change everything here to your new IP address. Cool. Cool. Once this is done, give it some time. Cool. It'll take some time. So let's go back here. The second option that you can do here is, I have two A records with two IP address. Please change everything that has your old IP address. Change everything that's there. So the second option here for you to be doing is, you can probably, if you find all of these things complicated, right? Go to overview, right? So I'll show you your website. 1 minute. So let's say, let's go back here. Let's go back here and just see where you get that option to delete your, yeah. Or what you can do is just like remove site from Cloudflare also you can do, and like add in everything again. So that'll like pull up the new information. But I would recommend that you go through this and like get used to it, because this is very helpful for anything in the future, right? So looks like it gave me some error here, which is absolutely fine. So let's go back here, and now a lot of things might have changed. So let's open up the website and see if the changes are published, right? So you will see this particular thing, right? So hosting, it's not connected up to Cloudflare, everything is fine. So it'll take some time for this entire migration to happen, DNS migration to happen. You just have to wait for a couple of moments. Okay, Jackson is saying localhost is this particular IP address by default. So just make sure you don't change the localhost IP address. Yeah, so this is completely fine. Cool, and looks like everything else is fine. If you're using an external email account and all of that, you might have to add in MX records. So keep an eye on that. So let's just wait and see if for some time if the DNS gets cool. So TTL, the things seems to be working fine. So Jackson, are you aware on how much time it might possibly take?
Around half an hour to 4 hours. That's
Yeah,
what I feel.
cool. So yes, Samay, you are absolutely right. You have four A records. Uh, so you just have to change all the four A records that is pointing to your old WPX IP address, which is 194.1. something, to your new hostinger IP address, and just wait for your DNS to propagate. Cool. Let's check this one right now. So it looks like it's still pointing to the old IP address. So if you see, it's still pointing to the old IP address, which is 172. So you just have to give it some time. Let's see if the name service is still. So name service will still be your Cloudflare name service. You don't have to worry about this. You just have to keep the records name here as A, and yeah, it's still back in the old this thing. So it'll take a couple of time, guys. So once that is done, let's see if I can log into any other website or okay, even this. So now your old website also will stop working. So just give it some time. So it'll start getting migrated to your new IP address, which is 48 or something like that. Cool. So let me see if I have a other domain name that's available right now for me to show you the next process.
It won't show actually the 45.84, I guess, because we have just connected it to Cloudflare, no? So Cloudflare's IP address will be popped in.
Okay, so you're saying this 48 will not show up, and
No,
it
no,
will
no.
show up Cloudflare ka IP address.
Even while I was doing it for another domain, the IP address was different for hosting the,
Got
but
it. Got it.
to DNS it's showing differently. It's of Cloudflare.
Oh, wow. Wow. Glad I got you on as a panelist, Jackson. Even I don't remember the exact process. So, guys, there you go. Jackson, the saver is here. So you just have to. So it'll still not show you the what Jackson is trying to tell here is once you select the A records here and click on search, it'll still not show you your WordPress. I mean, Hostinger ka IP address. It will still show you some other IP address which is owned by Cloudflare. So the only way to know if your website is live, the new website is live, is to wait and see when your this thing SaaS product.review or domain name will start popping up with the new WordPress installation, a fresh WordPress installation. Cool. So it's still not connected to the hosting here. So it'll take some time, I guess. So let's see if we can. So let this be as it is. Let me remove this record so that if it helps the process happen sooner. Cool. www. Am I saying I can only change two records, one of each type? When I try to change the other with Hostinger IP, I get an error, a record already exists. So in that case, you can probably delete those two duplicate records that's there. So delete one of the www records and the other domain name.com a records, and just keep your domain name.a records and www.a records. Yeah, just probably just delete it. So you just need two of them here. Please show how should we work now? We are stuck in middle of nowhere. I mean, how can we redo everything and do successful migration? I'm right here, boss. Why are you like panicking? I'm not even gone. I've not ended the webinar yet. So just chill. Like, let's wait for a couple of moments. Let's see if it works. Otherwise, I'll just pull in a different WordPress account that I already have. One minute, guys. Let me stop sharing my screen. I'll see if I can have a new hosting ready. uh, yeah, this definitely is technical, Avinash. This time around, I'm not going to say that it's not technical like SEO is. So this is technical, but yeah, we just have to understand this, because otherwise people will charge you a lot of money for just doing all of these migrations and everything. So you don't have to change your Hostinger name service, just change your IP address inside Cloudflare. Give me 1 minute, guys. I'm seeing if I can pull in any other uh, WordPress hosting where I can show you the second part of it, because just like you guys, I also have to wait in the live for the migration to happen, for the DNS to propagate. Cool. So yes, this is completely normal and expected, right, Anmol? I mean, Ame, right? You're already seeing my screen also, right? It's showing the same thing, so don't worry. So you can always go back and like change your IP address to the old WPX IP address, and your website will be live. So you still have time till 20th of November. Until then, your website ka copy will also be hosted inside WPX. So anytime anything goes wrong, you can reach out to our support. But yeah, we want you guys to do the entire process as well. 1 minute, I'm just checking if I have a couple of other websites that's there. I'm not sure, Ame. It might take a couple of more minutes also. Looks like you are doing it parallelly along with me. It'll just take a couple of hours, so it should resolve by the end of your Elementor session at least. So give me 1 minute. Let me see if I have one more website ready where I can quickly go ahead and like. Mm. 1 minute, guys. 1 minute. So I'm quickly doing a fresh installation on a different domain name, and we'll continue the process there. You just have to wait for your website to show up in a couple of hours. This will take some time. I don't know, about 48 hours or 3 hours, 4 hours most of the time. So that'll happen. Just give me a minute while I quickly install another WordPress for you. So do you think this is possible for you guys to do? Are you finding it too technical? Let me know, guys. Let me know. Pretty technical for me. Too technical, says Anmol. Seems like C and C++. We'll watch it again while doing, but too technical to understand right now. It's absolutely fine. So 1 minute. Sending this to. Do watch it again. Watch it again. Like map up the entire process in your head before you go ahead and like start migrating the website. But yeah, this is how it's done. There's no other easy way. This is the easiest way that's available. Otherwise, you just have to ask your new hosting guys to do all of these things for you. But I 100% feel that you should know how this is done, so that this also helps you in the future and everything. So give me 1 minute. I'm quickly doing a new WordPress installation on a new website. I'm not sharing my screen so that you guys are not getting confused, because you just have to wait. The only thing that you have to do is wait it out until your website comes back and shows something, right? The new WordPress. So the first day when we gave you all the user credentials and everything, you saw that green color 2012 or 2013 theme or something with hello world written on it. Do you guys remember that? So that's how it's going to look after a couple of hours. Probably if this website comes back, I will also record the second half of it and show it to you guys. But in the for the meantime, since we have to wait, I will just show it show you the entire process in a new this thing. We're recording this session, so don't worry, everything has been recorded. If you have anything else, any other questions, random questions, generic questions, probably you can use this time to ask me. Anmol is saying, how are you? Long time no contact. I was traveling, guys. Completely traveling from the last 2 weeks, which is why you wouldn't have heard from me. I thought of doing this a couple of weeks back, but the network and everything was so bad. So I thought I will rather do it when I have a stable connection, because all of these things, downloading files and everything, will take a couple of time. This should have been your last assignment. We still can make it as your last assignment. Oh, that's a good idea, man, Kanan. Probably for the next batch, we'll keep this as the last assignment with some cashback and everything. 2 minutes, guys, 2 minutes. Everything is setting up. So I will just show it to you in a new website. Just give me 2 minutes and hold on to your patience. By the way, agencies will charge you a lot for you to shift your websites and everything. So probably you should learn this skill of migrating your website on your own. Otherwise, you just have to pay a developer or a agency guy a lot of money. And that plugin that we have given, you can use it on unlimited websites, and you can use it for lifetime. There is no limits on when that plugin will stop working, unless the company itself stops working. Yeah, Sri Harekala Hajabba from Mangalore did get a Padma Shri. So super proud moment for all the Mangaloreans here. So Learn Today is a complete company altogether. It's not a subsidiary of or a sister company for Pixel Track. Learn Today is a whole new company where Deepak and the other guy, we know this, the founder of it. Okay, looks like most of the things are working fine. Let me check. 1 minute, guys. 1 minute. Looks like Chrome is blocking this particular website. It's already 7:11. Hopefully, in the next 50 minutes, we should be able to do it. How many of you here are planning to join any other courses or any other programs after HIT SEO? What is it going to be? How are you planning to upskill from here? We don't have any programs right now, Kanan. We are working on creating the marketing automation program. That will also be probably a 10 weeks program. Same model, cashback and everything, where we'll talk about WhatsApp automation, some general automations using Pabbly, Zapier and everything, and some email marketing automations using uh, active campaign and everything. So a bunch of bonuses there as well. Oh my freaking god, why is this not working? I mean, as of now, it's confirmed for Jan, depending on when and how we can. One minute, guys. I guess this is fixed. Okay, instead of doing the other way around and like creating website it's taking much more longer, I will show you the other way to do this. So let's keep everything ready from the backend inside Hostinger itself. And thanks to Jackson for giving me this idea in the chat box. uh, Already a part of HIT content, and if Sanjay starts marketing automation in Jan, will be part of it too. Awesome to hear that, Avinash. Thank you so much for being part of our future programs as well, for letting us know that we'll be part of the future programs. It's probably planned for Jan itself. Let's see, we are doing an internal launch. There might not be a lot of people because we are not launching it outside our database and everything. So Abdul Sheikh says we'll be joining DDIP. Super Abdul Sheikh. That's a great program to have. It kind of opens your mind into different areas of digital marketing and gives you like an overview of all the different possible areas that are there inside the digital marketing as a whole. And then you can probably choose one of them and like go ahead and like expertise on it. SEO, you have already expertise, so you can choose PPC or whatever it is. PPC is will be covered in performance marketing, but it's not planned anytime soon. I don't have a program of my own, uh, Kanan. Probably not get into the education business. I'm just helping other coaches run their business. So, guys, what we can also do is, I mean, um Jackson just let me know in the chat box here. So, this is something that you can also do. So, we were here, right? So, you can choose the website from here inside your Edge panel, right? Once that is done, so since you have already installed WordPress, right? So you can click on this WordPress thing, and on the right hand side you'll see something called as edit website. Cool, are you guys seeing this? So we'll keep everything ready until the migration happens. So what this is trying to do is it'll do everything possible from the backend for you, and once your name servers are pointed back into the uh, Hostinger IP address, everything will start uh, looking fine from the front end as well. So, so since WordPress is already installed in the previous step, click on edit website here, and it will take you to this backend of the WordPress dashboard itself. Oh, this was so cool, man. I did not know this, but they've also installed. It is taking me to Hello World. Then it means your WordPress has your DNS migration has already happened, which is a great thing. So you're perfectly in the right track, Ame. So here it's still not showing up, so it is absolutely fine. So I just clicked on edit website from the Hostinger dashboard and I'm here. I'll just speed up the process slightly so that we finish it on time. So by default, I guess Hostinger has already installed this particular free plugin of all-in-one migration. Oh God, I guess. Okay. Okay. Yeah. So all-in-one migration is already there. I did this, but here WP username and password is still taking the old login details. Have you already migrated using, have you already imported the export file that you downloaded using by looking at the video? If that's the case, then it will take you to the old username and password. Yeah, in that case, then that's right, because I was telling you that it'll still take up the whole thing. So what you can just do is delete the WordPress installation from your backend, just do a fresh installation again, and then change the name service. Hold on, I'll get back to the questions 1 minute. So all-in-one WP migration is already here, and a couple of other plugins have already been installed. So remove everything uh, that's not necessary. All-in-one SEO is not necessary, and everything that's not necessary, I will not delete it for now. What I'll just do is click on add new, and I will upload the second version of the premium plugin that we sent it to you on email, right? So I will just select that zip file here and click on install now. So once both of the plugins are running in parallel, we will be able to export any file. Cool. So this is how it looks right now. Let's see if it shows the back front end. So yeah, it's showing the front end right now. Looks like this particular thing is not working, which is absolutely fine. So hello world is showing up, right? So let's go back here and let's go back to the all-in-one WP migration tab here. And this time around, you have to select the import option. Is that clear? We exported the file. We changed the name servers, I mean the IP address inside Cloudflare and everything. Now we have to import the file into the new WordPress installation. So click on import here and import from, select the import from option, and we just exported a file, so we will import a file also, right? So if you use the premium plugin, you will get this maximum upload file size of unlimited. Otherwise it's going to be, I guess, 128 MB or 256 MB or something like that, very small limit. You cannot import your entire file. So using this premium plugin, you can import a pretty big file. So select the file that you downloaded previously into your system, click on open, and it'll take a couple of minutes, and you should probably see the entire website that move up here. So Jackson is saying the HTTP version of the website is working fine already. So the HTTPS is not working fine. So let's see if that's the case. Yeah, looks like the HTTP version is working fine. The HTTPS version will work fine once we install the SSL certificate from Hostinger dashboard. Cool. But let's not do anything right now. Let's wait for this import to take place. Note, I had to reinstall the all-in-one Pro plugin. Yes, you had to. Until here, is it fine, guys? Until here, did you guys understand what was taught today? Looks like a little technical here and there, but go back and look at the mind map. I will share the PDF of the mind map that I showed you a couple of minutes back. So just follow it step by step, and you should be able to let this import begin. In the meantime, I'll just show you the mind map again, all over again, right? So you bought Hostinger from the link that we shared and use the coupon code. You logged into your existing WordPress website, right, with your WPX, whatever credentials that we had sent it to you on email, your username and password. You installed the all-in-one migration plugin, one free plugin from the WordPress dashboard itself, and the other premium plugin that we shared it to you via support email. And then you went into the options and exported your entire website files. And now you logged in back to your Hostinger account and installed WordPress from the backend, or you probably, when you created the account itself, you would have installed WordPress. So just go to the Hostinger H panel, right? They would have sent you the credentials on mail. So log into your H panel. On the right hand side, you'll see something called as edit website. So click on edit website. In the meantime, you also have to change. I'll just put it up here just in case. Okay, go back to your We'll write it as IP address instead of name server so that you guys don't confuse. So change your IP address with the one that Hostinger account gives you, right? Hostinger may, when you log in, you'll see the IP address. Just copy that IP address, change the A records inside Cloudflare, and log into the WordPress dashboard from the backend of Hostinger itself, and wait for the DNS to propagate and everything. Once that is done, install your all-in-one WP migration plugin again. But looks like Hostinger had the free version of the plugin already installed. So just upload the plugin that we sent it to you via support email. Once that is done, go to your import options and import the file you just downloaded, and everything should be imported in a couple of minutes. So it's at 86%. Let's just give it 2-3 minutes for it to import. How many of you guys are still here in the... Okay, there's still about 20 people. So looks like nobody has left it. Okay. Sort of a bouncer, Avinash. Probably as an SEO guy right now, you should probably also do this once, have this experience once. It's okay to like mess up things, but I feel this is one more skill that you need to learn and know how to do it. Otherwise, it will cost you a lot. It might break your bank also. So now that the import is successful, there's a notice on your screen. It says the import process will overwrite your website, including the database, media, plugins, themes. Please ensure that you have a backup of your data before proceeding to the next step and everything. You know that you have backup from your Updraft Plus as well in your Google Drive if something goes wrong. You also have the file that you exported from your previous WordPress dashboard. So if you're in safe hands, and your WPX website also will work till 20th of November. So everything is done. So let me click on proceed here, and it's just going to do its magic here, and it's going to restore all the files from the file that we just imported. No, you don't have to install any other plugins except for the premium all-in-one migration plugin. Because once you import this particular file, everything that was there in your previous WordPress dashboard will be transferred here as it is, including the files, plugins, everything, your blog post and everything. So just wait for this entire process to happen. Don't do anything extra while doing the process. Don't do anything less while doing the process. So yeah, it's just giving you a notice right now saying that just check your permalink structure and check your plugins. Just see if every plugins is activated and everything. Let's say Jai Mata Di and like click on finish here. Cool. And let's see if we can refresh the dashboard. Sometimes it will log you out of the dashboard, right? I just said you that your entire old username and password also will be shifted here. So whatever we used previously while you were logging into your WordPress, when you're there in the HIT program, that's the same password. You should be using it here. So I have it saved here. So I'll just copy password WPX underscore and your old password. Yours will be your username, your name, and the password that we sent to you on email. Just click on login. Okay, looks like I have to change a couple of things here. Okay, if it is showing WP-login, just like change it to WP admin and let it reload, let it hard reload. So if you also want to hard reload, okay. So guys, there you go. You can see that Astra is here. A couple of things are here. Let's go to your settings and permalinks first, because those were the two notices that they gave us. So you can see that post name is already selected. First notice check, right? Yes, the credentials that you used while installing WordPress inside Hostinger will get overwritten, right? So you have to use your old credential itself. So you can just like, if you want to change the password, you can come back here again and just change the password from general settings. but use your old credentials. That's like an disclaimer, important disclaimer. Cool. So that is done. Let's go to plugins and click on install plugins to see if all the plugins have been activated and everything. Right, you see that Rank Math SEO is there, Rank Math SEO Pro is there, Really Simple SSL plugin is there, Sitekit is there, Updraft is there, WP Rocket is there. Literally everything has been copied here. Let's check the front end once. Right, you're seeing this, right? Just when the migration, your name servers got changed and everything, you saw this. Once you imported the file, absolutely everything is back. So you're seeing as it is what was there and everything. So this was the front end, how it looked like, right? So you would have taken screenshots if you had. So let's go back to dashboard, see if the posts page is there. Right, you can see there are 2 posts and 1 draft post. Everything is here, pages is here. See, all the pages is here, comments also is here. 6 comments was there, 6 comments is here, plugins is there, settings is there, AMP is there. Literally everything has been moved here. Okay, just check all your plugins again. Probably if you have to reconnect your Google Sitekit and everything, that might happen. So you can just reconnect. So this is already connected, but you can just reconnect if you want to, if it doesn't show properly. So everything has been moved successfully, guys. So what we'll do right now is, since okay, looks like the HTTPS version also is working fine. Let's see. So this is the HTTP. Yeah. So now the HTTPS version also is working fine because of Really Simple SSL plugin. So what you can do is come back to your Hostinger account. So Jackson, can you please confirm if the SSL certificate is just for one website or for all the websites they install inside Hostinger? It should be for all the websites, but I'm not really sure.
If it's Let's Encrypt, then it's for all websites. I need to check.
Okay, cool. So yeah, just turn on the SSL certificate here. It's still showing to purchase SSL. Let me reload and see if anything changes. Just make sure this is all right. Okay, it does ask for SSL certificate. Let's see if the force HTTPS, it still asks for HTTPS. So yeah, SSL is the only thing. So probably depending on your plan or something, we'll have to check this. I'm still not sure. Probably I'll just check this out and like understand why this is happening from the Hostinger team, and I'll update you guys. But by default, you see that it's loading in HTTPS only. So okay, Jackson is saying he just checked. SSL is for only one website. Oh, perfect, Ankita. So Anmol also can take this note. So just if the Hostinger SSL is not working or you have to pay for it or something, just contact them via support, right? So there's like, they have their support team here, chat now, email us and everything. Just send your domain name and they will activate SSL for you. Cool. So SSL also should work. Never. Cool. So now probably what you can do is, let me log out from here. Let me close everything here. Right, you just have to enter your domain name / WP admin and use the old passwords that we have given, and everything is set. So open up your website. So everything has been migrated here. So let's just check this in the DNS also. Let's go to name servers and see if name servers are pointing to Cloudflare. It's pointing to Cloudflare. Let's see, the A records have changed. A records have changed to something called as 104 and 172, which is Cloudflare's name servers, Cloudflare's IP addresses. So that's how you transfer your hosting, guys. So just follow this process. I would highly recommend that you change your IP address inside Cloudflare itself and then do everything. So yeah, it took pretty much 1.5 hours. So we did it on live. Thankfully, it happened on live, so that we did not have to record or do anything else offline and then come back to you guys. So everything happened online. So Yeah, guys, now you can probably ask me all the questions that you have in mind. So you saw the entire process. I will also send this recording in a couple of hours. It might take like 2 hours to process because this is like 1.5 hours of uh, video. Cool. Oh, thank you so much, Anurabha, for joining in. I thought I should definitely do this because I saw in a lot of queries hit our support desk and the um, WhatsApp group as well. And the video that we shot last time was a little messy. Probably the steps were not in line, aligned. So I just thought I'll do it online. Whoa, super Ame. Ame is also saying that his migration is done. Awesome, Ame. Looks like everything has been done. Super. How can we redo everything and do successful migration after buying Hostinger pack? So what have you done? Have you changed the name servers inside GoDaddy, or have you changed anything inside Cloudflare? Anmol, let me know. Ankita is saying I started my import task, but it's stuck at 13%. What to do? You just have to wait. I don't know if your internet correction is that great, or if it is not. If it is not that great, it might take a couple of more minutes. I would recommend that you like shut down the Zoom and everything and then do it dedicatedly so that you don't disturb the uh, import process. So Anmol is saying he has changed the name servers inside GoDaddy. So what I would recommend Anmol you do is go back to your GoDaddy dashboard, right? So use the Cloudflare name servers. You have already migrated using Cloudflare. So use the Cloudflare name servers. So once you use the Cloudflare name servers, your website will be pointed back to your WPX server. So what you can do is you can log into your WordPress and your site will be up and live again with your entire data and everything, right? So you start from there. That will be your scratch. So you have your WordPress dashboard, which we showed in like step number 2 in the mind map. There you are. Going to your Hostinger dashboard and go to your Hostinger, manage hosting and everything, and delete the WordPress hosting that you've installed, right? So I'll just show it to you 1 minute. So if you go into Hostinger dashboard here, let's go back to home and let's click on manage, right? So you select the website from here and you should see an option of deleting the WordPress installation that you have done. Let's say dashboard. Click on dashboard and then scroll down, and it says you have an active WordPress installation and everything. So let's just see if we can delete this WordPress installation. Or let's just Google to see where this. Yeah, they have plenty of resources and everything. So this what you can do is probably just send them an email and ask them to delete this particular website, and they will do it for you. But otherwise you should be seeing an option somewhere here. Let's see what it has got. Okay, so what you can do is just do a fresh installation again. So install another WordPress, it's showing up. So just click on install here and just do a fresh installation here, right, with all the other details and everything, and you will have a fresh installation inside Hostinger as well. So once you change the IP address, I mean, once you change your name servers inside GoDaddy with your Cloudflare name servers, everything will be back to normal. Your server will be pointed to WPX and your WordPress website will be live. Start from scratch there. export your entire file there, come into your WordPress dashboard, do a fresh installation of your WordPress inside Hostinger with this particular, with the same domain name that you have chosen there, and then go back to your Cloudflare here, change your IP address with the one that is being given inside uh, uh, Hostinger, right? So this is the IP address that is being given inside Hostinger. Just change your IP address there, and once it propagates and everything, follow the same process, install the all-in-one migration plugin, premium plugin, and import your file back, so everything should be fine. So that's how you start from scratch if you're messed up. Cool. uh, Ankita, I would still recommend, because it's not about having a good connection, it's about having good bandwidth, right? Zoom will take a lot of bandwidth. So if it says unable to import and all of those things, just make sure that two plugins are installed, and there's no limit here when you see this particular thing, right? So inside your dashboard, when you go into all-in-one migration plugin import, you should see that the maximum upload file size is unlimited, and then do the process all over again. Don't do it in parallel right now, and just allow it to import. It will take some time. It needs good internet connection, good bandwidth, and all of that. So it'll take some time. Amazing. I think I celebrated too early. I can access the Hostinger admin, but the website shows F25 SSL error. I may just reach out to, because that's mostly because you don't have an SSL certificate installed. So just check your Hostinger dashboard if you're able to install SSL from here. So, right, if you're able to install SSL from here, so it says SSL has been enabled right now. If this is not the case, if you have to toggle something here, just toggle it, and just make sure you force HTTPS as well. And then you just, if that also doesn't work, just send an email to Hostinger support. They will install SSL for you, and then that SSL issue 525 SSL error should go in. And it's also good that you give it some time, so that DNS propagates throughout different areas and everything. So that's the only thing to do. What all details need to support team for premium plugin? You just have to send them your Hostinger receipt that you bought recently. Or if you're asking about the premium plugin that we have to share with you, you have to send us the receipt. Or if you want to email Hostinger support, you have to tell them that you have to install the SSL on this particular domain name, and they'll do it for you. Acha, so Jackson is saying, do mention to support that you have to install the free SSL as part of your plan. Otherwise, they will pitch for a paid SSL. Yeah. So Let's Encrypt gives you a free SSL certificate. So that's what Hostinger team will be installing it. You can do it from your dashboard itself after some time. But if you're finding it difficult, just wait for the Hostinger team to do it. Cool. Is that clear, guys? I guess it was pretty technical. I know. Let me be honest. It was technical. It is technical. I've done this, I don't know, probably 100 times, but I still find it difficult to find where are these options. Every new hosting company will have their own way of doing things and everything. So it's just that you have to have the options, have the flow in place, which I have it in the mind map. I'll share it with you. And then you can probably follow it up and see where these options are visible and everything. So cool. Is that clear, guys? Any other specific questions that you have in mind, or we shall end the session and I will ship you the recording, and you can probably do it aram say. There is time till 20th November EOD, right? 20th November. So you still have 5 days of time. It just takes 2 hours if you just sit for it completely, right? We did it live in the session itself. So it shouldn't take too much time for you as well, unless you face some kind of error. I am trying to install SSL from Hostinger HPanel. I'm getting this message. If domain name is correctly set to SSL, will be installed automatically. Perfect, Ame. In that case, you just have to give it some time. Just wait for about 24 hours. Don't rush. We have time and everything. So don't rush. Just give it some time and it will be automatically installed. Like you saw in our recording as well, we did not install SSL. It got automatically installed. So that's how it works probably for Hostinger. Thank you so much, Debanjali, for showing up whenever we do a session. So if you're always there, you've got 100% attendance. Looks like we have to process some extra bonus for you. So you are always there. So great stuff. Um, Mangesh is saying means for migration, we have to back up for running website through all-in-one migration plugin. Then we have to change Cloudflare DNS to new hosting IP. Absolutely right, Mangesh. So you need to have a running WordPress website for you to export all the files using all-in-one migration plugin. And then you change the IP address to your new Hostinger account and install new WordPress account there. Once that is done, everything will be pretty new. You will be able to log into your fresh WordPress account, install all-in-one migration plugin all over again, and just import the file. So that's what you should be doing. Thank you, Shanta Shetty. I hope everything is clear right now. Let me know if this was helpful, because this was never planned, and since we thought we should also help you guys out with this, and since I was traveling, I couldn't do it last week. So sorry about that. But yeah, doing it live makes more sense, I feel, so that we can interact, we can answer questions in parallel and everything. Yes, Devendra, you should be getting the recording tonight. Since one more session is going to start at 8 p.m., it might take much longer for the recording to process and get uploaded inside Zoom and YouTube and everything. So by 12 p.m., I should be able to share the recording with you, otherwise tomorrow morning. Thank you, Anmol. Thank you for showing up. Thank you, Mohan. Thank you so much. You have been a great customer for us, great uh, person also. You have also joined the HIT content previous batch, I suppose. So great stuff. So we are going to have our graduation in the next 2 weeks. Mostly we are getting with all the certificates and everything. So there is some technical issue with our vendor and everything. So it's getting fixed, or it's fixed, I'm not sure. So certificates, and you'll get your LMS and everything, where all the recordings will be published. All you have to do is please make a copy of the resources sheet that we have, so that you have all the other links, including the task sheet and everything, uh, task sheet and everything. So keep all of those in place. You will get the slide deck and the recorded video and the Q&A recording inside your LMS. Okay, all of that information I will send it to you on email, as well as a couple of recordings as well. So that will happen. Okay, Shanda says it was helpful. She had already done everything, but just needed to confirm with your session so I could sleep peacefully. Probably now you can sleep peacefully, and I can sleep peacefully too, because I was getting so many messages on support, on personal DM, on the group and everything. Bhai, kab kar raha hai, kab kar raha hai. So now we have done it finally. So you have 4 5 days of time. Please go ahead and like start working on this immediately. And after 20th, your website might not be live on WPX. That's that. Tomorrow you will get your cash back. I am not really sure. I will let you guys know. Tomorrow is Tuesday, so you should be getting it. The assignments are pretty much done. So anyways, while I do it, I will announce it, Ankita, so you don't have to worry, right? Ankita ke liye to I will have a different personal automation running up to notify you whenever there's cashback process, whenever there's assignment results processed. Others, I'm sure you're always going to ask me. Cool, Mitra. Thank you so much for attending the session. Thank you, Chandana, so much. So the next HIT content brainstorming session is going to start in about 10 minutes. So I'll have to end this session immediately right now. So thank you so much, guys, for showing up on a evening, also 6 p.m. evening. I will ship the recording. Everything will be there. I'll also communicate if the cashback, when the cashback is processed, when the graduation webinar is going to be held and everything. We'll have a guest guy coming in for the graduation webinar who will do something surprising. So people from previous HIT content batches will already know, but yeah, we'll have something nice, fun in our graduation meeting. Until then, goodbye, peace. And Jackson, thank you so much for being here, man. So I guess you have your Elementor workshop at 8 p.m. But thank you for showing up. Thank you so much for all your support during our HIT SEO batches. You made the entire process easy for me also. Yes, thanks to Jackson. A big thanks to Jackson. And I'll see you on the other side. Bye.